Hello and thanks for staying with us. Some members of the Nigerian Customs Service get national award from the federal government. Also on customs support, the federal operation in Zone B intercept goods worth millions of naira from smugglers smuggling across the nation's borderline. Plus more reports on COA as approved by the management of Nigerian Customs Service. Plus more reports. I am Egeseme Edie. Stay tuned. The Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service has thanked the federal government for giving national award to some members of the Nigerian Customs Service in Abuja. The Customs Board says that with the award, the service will continue to generate more revenue for the nation. It speaks more on the award.
Thank God and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for bringing us to this day today. And I continue to thank him and thank him for giving us life, giving us the wisdom, the health to continue to serve humanity. When I landed in customs, precisely about 7 years and 6 months today, I had butterflies in my stomach, and that is, where do I start? As a military officer, all I knew is I give orders and I know where I have the truth. But when I came to the custom, I found out that it's a highly technical service, whereby the laws takes precedence in everything you do. Then it is completely a new arena. I had to be honest with you. I committed myself to reading, I think I read more than what I was reading when I was graduating. Because I just have to understand what is on the ground for me to be able to begin to identify what sort of things should be done. But thank to all of you, because you are my professors. In one way or the other, each and every one of you has taught me something that has made me the leader I am today. I say this, that whatever achievement has been attributed to me today is because you have provided the platform. Without the platform, without the men and officers, women and officers, men of the Nigerian Customs Service, this feat will not have been attained. I therefore dedicate this medal to the great men and women of the Nigerian Customs Service.
Other officers decorated national awards include some Deputy Controller General of Customs and Secretary General of Customs were given an award by Mr. President.
I appreciate our dear CGC. What have failed me? Sir, we really appreciate you for believing in us, for giving us that solid platform to be able to do our work without interference. Sir, I've always been proud to be a customs officer under you, but today I was more convinced. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate my colleagues, custom officers. This feat wouldn't have been achieved without their cooperation, without their doggedness, without their resilience, without their diligence, without their tenacity. Officers, we have done it before and we can still do it again. The federal government has given us a target which is achievable, which is doable. Let's put the eye on the ball. It is not yet Uhuru. We can do it by facilitating compliant trade. We can generate this revenue. Officers and men, pop up the water of professionalism.
When one is overjoyed, like my DCGT has said, words will always fail us. So that will appear to be what is happening now. But in any case, I will still be able to say one or two things. thank God Almighty for making it possible. And we thank the CDC for the right leadership that he has given. And it is that leadership that has made this happen. And we are a very fine collective. These awards could have been given to any of us. We have to make that point very clear. We have worked as a compact team, delivering on all the key mandates of the service. And it pleased God that those of us that are giving are those that have to receive it now. And we thank God for that. We ask that all of us should continue to do our best. And if the recognition does not come today, it can come tomorrow, whether in the service or after the service. I thank you all, and I thank God.
I want to start by appreciating God for making this possible. I also want to use this opportunity perhaps to correct to make some amendment to some of the little arithmetic that I've heard today. 3 of us got MFR, and then 1 person got CFR. So I'm not too sure 3 plus 1 is equal to 4 in that kind of situation. So let us mind our arithmetic. The Controller General of Customs has shown the way. He has created the enabling environment for us to serve, to provide service. Everybody, wherever you are, in the ports, in headquarters, everywhere, you are given the opportunity to serve. And one of the things that I've learned from him is that when you are serving man, when you are serving your nation, you are actually serving God. Because it is one of the commandments that when we serve humanity, we are serving God. And I'm happy that my commander has extolled the virtue of service. This has been my guiding principle everywhere I am. And what I just try to add is excellence in service.
The DCG Babani has this to say.
My colleagues, I want to register our congratulations to the CGC and my fellow colleagues on behalf of Tradoct. I am particularly happy and grateful that we have been recognized. This is an award which I believe is for NCS, it's not for the personalities. So for this, I'm very happy and grateful that our effort is being recognized nationally, and we are proud to be part of the success of this story. And I want to particularly congratulate the CGC for the leadership, the quality of his leadership, the integrity he has exhibited in the way and manner he has carried his assignment. I am sure by the time he reported here, being a non-custom career, he may find the work very challenging and very complicated. But once you have a clear vision, you have commitment, and you have that discipline and integrity, I think there is no any assignment at that higher level that cannot be discharged efficiently and effectively. And this is a clear testimony that your stay in NCS has really impacted on the service, on the quality of the service, and it has been so recognized. So I'm particularly happy. A very big congratulations, Mr. CGC.
The Assistant Controller General of Customs in charge of modernization have been speaking on e-manifests with the clearance of goods at the port. He said that the system will enable importers and agents to fine-tune their clearance of goods at the port with proper documentation.
I heartily welcome you all to this meeting. Good morning. The essence of this meeting this morning is to address the challenges that we face these days in transmission of the e-manifest. Severally, we've issued circulars, we've issued port orders, but breaches is becoming very, very alarming. And what is the end result? Integrity of what we have in the system to work with is at stake. So the management resolved that we should all come together, brainstorm together. Let's hear from you and you hear from us so that we resolve today on the way forward. And we have our technical service provider, Webfontaine. They are equally here to put you through what is obtainable now and the application, and also what is expected from you from the 3-level security we expect you to have in place and other things. But until after their presentation, then you can now come up with, now brainstorm, we have question and answer session. And in this session, I want the PRO to moderate. If your partner has asked a question, please don't stand again and start asking or recurring the same question. We don't have time to waste. We want to see if we can round up this thing within 60 minutes so that we all go back to our respective offices.
Security architecture of this field and ensure that we have come up with a formidable structure that nobody can break through. Of course, the use of front end is very important. That will give you access to the back end or to the BPN, because the security of the BPN is static, and that is where you can enter the transmission either through SML or EDFACT. Now, the issue is we have shipping line and we have shipping agent. And it's based on experience. It's like the number of shipping agents are more than the number of shipping lines. Now, how did we cure the situation? Webfontaine should go back to the drawing board and look at how they can separate a shipping line and a shipping agent through a coding system, so that even if you want to penetrate into the shipping line access, you will know that this is from shipping agent. Because in most cases, you find out that they use the criteria of the shipping line to penetrate and make a double transmission of the manifest. And this is mostly by the shipping agent. So let us cure the shipping agent and the shipping line by giving them a separate coding system different from the shipping agent. And every shipping agent who doesn't have the capacity to build up his front end in a manner approved by the then now should be cancelled completely from the system.
30th September, which has passed, to build your front-end infrastructure. The ACG is there. 30th is already gone. We may begin to take action very, very soon. But you need to build this. The procedure is clear. Even if we are going to look at it and update and upgrade, from your side, build your front-end infrastructure. Then, as we go on, we will also find out where we need to work on and where we need to untighten or tighten. But do your own side of this application. Because we're in contact with almost all the shipping lines, and we have sent circulars to you that we will soon deploy people to come and check if you have actually built that application. If not, we may have to take our access from you.
You are watching the program Customs Report. The Federal Operation Zone B has again intercepted goods worth billions of naira for smugglers operating along the nation's borderline. He warned agents against smuggling of drugs and other dutiful items into the country.
We have 724 bags of foreign parboiled rice in 50 kg. We have 207 cartons of foreign spaghetti and couscous. We have 110 bales and sacks of foreign second-hand clothing. We have 135 sacks of expired foreign milk powder. We have 149 kegs of PMS and AGO in 25 liters. We have 90 parcels of Indian hemp. We have 50 kg of foreign vegetable oil in 25 liters. 33 cartons of foreign milky creamer. 31 cartons of registered pharmaceutical products. 30 bags of foreign fertilizer. 23 sacks of foreign used shoes. And 16 units of vehicles. Out of these 16 units, 9 are means of conveyance. You know what is the means of conveyance, the vehicle that is used in carrying the illicit product. We have 7 units of used vehicles that came through unapproved routes. What is this unapproved route? Through border station that the government doesn't allow vehicles to come through that.
It speaks further on the number of seizures made by its men.
We have 10 bags of foreign rice in 25 kg and 7 sacks of foreign tiger nut. All these items cumulatively stood at 229,550,180 kobo, naira 7 kobo. As I said, the smugglers are desperate. The mode of concealment is always changing. Without information, without increase in capacity, without increase in our power of observation, some concealment can never be detected. So we're very happy as our capacity increased based on certain variables, the cooperation we're receiving from the press, the cooperation we are receiving from the members of the public, the mobility given to customs to operate, the customs welfare, all this crowned together gave us the ability, the capacity to increase in our efficiency and in our capacity.
The coordinator of Strike Force Zone A has called on smugglers to desist from smuggling activities along the nation's borderline. He made a call when he displayed some uniforms and firearms seized by members of his men along the road.
These cartridges, you can see, these are locally made cartridges. Pistols, sorry. And these are pump action, you can see. We don't know for what use, whether it has an end user, we don't know. And you can see all the ammunitions, that's the ammunition that were inside it. This is also Indian hemp. And that's why we keep saying the importation of all these traffic trucks are very harmful. You can see. Because a man in his right senses will not go committing this kind of offense, if not with the use of all these hard drugs. On further check, we discovered that we find uniforms of this road transport, employment officers, you can see. So investigation is going on. This will be handed to our custom police unit, and investigation will definitely unravel who the people are because we have their ID card.
It speaks more on the number of seizures.
With our population, if we cannot feed ourselves, then it's going to be a problem. Now the world is going through global crisis. A country that cannot feed itself is definitely not a problem. And that's why the federal government, in a bid to ensure that there's food security, make sure that rice is available. There's some, I don't know, some Nigerians feel they have to go importing rice. And as they continue to do that, we continue to arrest them.
So how prepared are you for this Ember month? This arrest?
My men are up on the ground. The CGC has given us a lot of logistics. We're assuring that as long as they continue to bring, we continue to arrest.
Yeah, can you see that?
As long as they continue to import, we continue to arrest. Because we come to discover that this is not what they are going to stop, but as long as they will always try to make sure that we put them put them on their knees. We continue to make sure, you can imagine the colossal amount of money that's involved in bringing this kind of rice. As a commander, I make sure that I have a target for all my officers at every point. They must bring in seizures. They must bring in seizures. And this they must bring with least casualty.
The senior officers' wives of Nigerian Customs Service, COA, has urged Nigerian Customs Service to continue to promote clearance of goods as approved by government. They also thank the management for supporting their husbands.
COA shall be humanitarian, non-profit, non-political, non-tribal, and non-religious organization to collaborate with other NGOs with responsibilities for legal services to assist members with legal challenges as agreed by members, to establish microcredits and loan facilities without interest to support all members, to engage in charitable and non-profit ventures such as relief work for special cases, e.g. widows and the poorest family in the society. We are here to serve our husband, we are here to guide our husband, we are here to support our husband. They said behind every successful man, there is a woman. We must always pray for our husbands and children to succeed. Let us be submissive to our husband, irrespective of our social status in the community. We should accord them with total respect and moral support. They said charity begins at home. If not for our husbands, there will not be COA.
Just before the end of this week's edition of the program, we brought you a report where we see just what millions of naira was accepted by various commands in the country. For me, thanks for watching.